We're live.
Oh dear God, help us.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more.
Hello there. I'm at death's door. Far beneath me in so many ways is Brian. And over on that side is a man feeding a dog. Show dog. Show doggy now.
Up. Come on. Up.
That's Eddie, by the way. I don't know if it's now the dog or the man, but look at the good boy. Look at the good boy.
Yeah, he's looking at you,
and
but
there's
he's
Ace.
Also looking.
Ace is freshly back from the groomers today,
Doggy. That's another doggy, Harvey.
and he is quite fixated on my treat over there.
So I was wondering.
Yeah,
where that was going
so's
for a
mine.
second. Yeah,
So's mine.
Oh God, look at him. Is he Harvey, isn't it?
Harvey, yeah.
Yeah, he's beautiful. He really is.
Yeah.
Gorgeous colours.
Just in case anybody's wondering.
Yes, Brian has sent both Eddie and myself care packages of penises. At least that's what they look like to me. I haven't actually received mine yet. So
Yes, your whale penis is in the mail.
You'll have it for next week's show.
I'm actually quite looking forward to them. Right, welcome to the Flashing Blade. We're doing this without adverts, by the way. I haven't let anybody know we're doing this. This is a super secret show. That's why Eddie's hiding. Right. So, as always,
Our new co-host Harvey here.
he's a good boy. Yes, he is.
Oh, Kessies.
Put the hat on the dog and just have him do them.
No.
Anyway,
Anyway,
there you go. Oh, perfect.
Don't need me. Harvey.
I somehow think that dog is not actually going to earn itself an unworthy of the diamond logo.
There we are. You staying then? You staying? Yeah, you are. You're a good dog. You're not unworthy of the diamond logo. No.
Oh, bless.
He's laser focus on that.
Yes, I can tell.
mythical move. Laser focus.
Right. What sort of week have we had? Bri?
Rough.
Oh, you don't need to talk to the hound in his own language, you know.
Well, you know, I don't want to offend him. Look at him.
Right, you're going down. You're going down because you're going to make me redundant. Right, down.
Oh my God, we've got jealousy.
Yes. Doesn't he know who I am?
Wow. He's
dog.
only been
He's
on
a
the
good
show
dog.
for a few weeks and now listen to him arguing.
You said it would happen. You warned me it would
I
happen,
did.
Siobhan.
I
You
warn
warned
every
me.
co-host I have. Don't let it go to your head. Fuck off. So, Brian, what sort of a week have you had?
I've had a busy week. It's been a very busy week.
You've come out with a load of nonsense that I never understood, and I ended up just doing Pigbin Josh at you.
Let me put it this way. Most people at where I work are full state employees. Unfortunately, there are sometimes, as happens, that state employees become a little lax. I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying just some of them after they become state employees.
This is federal.
And state. It's there's a difference. Yeah. Average amount of tickets at work that they do is around 4 to 6 a week.
How many?
I did 6 tickets on Friday alone.
Are you not one of the state employees? Are you're
I am a
subcontractor?
contractor.
He's independent contractor.
I am an independent contractor for them.
A, that's slightly more perilous, and B,
Yes,
you're being dumped on.
Well, no, not so much as dumped on. More I have something to prove.
And they're taking advantage of your good nature.
Not really, because we
I
have a
think he's
round
doing
robin
the
system
job
for
as
tickets.
it's supposed to be done.
Yes, I'm doing the job as it's supposed to be done.
I've been in a similar situation.
I'm not putting, things off just to put them off because I don't want to deal with them.
Yeah.
I put things off because, well, we're still on COVID scheduling, for God's sakes, which means I work from home some days and I'm in the office some days. So the times I'm in the office fill up rather quickly.
Fair enough. Look at that little puppy.
This is a
Stealing
puppy.
the show.
He's a puppy.
The Harvey
My
Blake
dog Philly
podcast.
does not give a crap.
Eddie, your week, my love.
Busy at work. Lots of nonsense in the street, which I'm not going to go into. They're just idiots. But this weekend, these arrived.
Yes. Well, shall we move on
Brian's
to show
care
and tell?
package. Yes.
Oh, show the
so-
big package.
Especially
because
as your camera's frozen.
So,
It's an
this
Eddie
is the-
connection, everyone.
oh, I'm still here.
Yeah, you're just
Yep,
about
you're
still here.
So these came through, which
package
I
from
was
America.
I was advised not to open to the show, but when Harvey could smell them and was like, "Oh,
Yes, you can.
he loves them."
and
So does Sean, and
Hi,
so do
Redox
I.
Red.
So, hi, Redox.
He's
All
gone
right,
red. He's gone red.
So, I see went red again. What is it to green? So these are absolutely fantastic mythical meats. As you can see, it's like crack cocaine for puppies.
Oh, I'm screwed. Because
Yes.
I don't just
Well,
have puppies. I have 7 cats.
they'll all be in the house.
Oh, it's getting colder. Trust me, they already are.
This is Loch Ness monster flavour. I've never ate Loch Ness monster before.
I have
Yeah.
Kraken.
Garrison or the Borad? Go on, play it like Troughton. Play it like Troughton.
I could do this for the Glaswegians, but only we get 50% of our audience to go away.
That's a good point, actually, talking about Glaswegians. I sent you something.
Oh, you did? Package number 2.
Now, Eddie,
It's been a week of packages for all of us.
turn it the other way up. Other way up.
Right, so I'm going to open it.
Other side. Other side. No, other side. There we go. You've already opened that.
No, I haven't. My wife did, but I haven't looked. I haven't looked.
I will. This is basically to break you of your hat habit, and I'll explain why once you've opened it.
Can I open up?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, that is magnificent.
Now, Eddie, I want you to walk around Glasgow wearing that hat. Before long, you will soon suddenly discover that you don't want to wear a hat.
No. Will this fit me? Hold on. I'd love to wear it, Siobhan, but it won't fit. It's a bit
Squeeze
small.
your head in a bit more.
Minute.
It's a troll's hat for those that can't see it.
I'm just saying that a man that wears a hat like that is not afraid of anything.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Right, it stays on
have
then.
my mama's hat somewhere. Yeah.
1, right? Remember, I'm colourblind. So 2, and it's still for me. This is a hat. No, a baseball hat. This is my new baseball hat. This is my new regular feature. So, thank you,
That
Siobhan.
backfired.
Now your wife just has to be able to be seen out in public with you wearing that.
Oh, she doesn't want to be seen out in public with me.
She
anyway.
doesn't have a wife. It costs random women on the street. Oi, excuse me, Mrs. Person Woman. Oi, see
Blonde
you from
women,
the palace.
come here.
Yeah.
Come here,
just say
pretend to be
hello
my wife
down
for a
here
little bit.
and
Blonde, it's Glaswegian. Blonde women. I've got mythical meats and I've got iron brew. Come on, let's go. Right, and then
It
before
works.
Siobhan.
It'd work in America.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Siobhan. My Angela got it and it was ripped open when it went through the post box. But
don't be silly.
I looked. This is me looking at it. The post. It's a bit tight at the back.
Yeah, I am sorry.
Well,
It is obviously for kids, so.
You smell it, don't you?
And I want you to
I'm
know
just
I
a bit
spent a
kid.
whole pound on that from Poundland.
Thank you, Siobhan, because I appreciate you had to go out and post that as well, and you're not keeping well, so thank
There
you.
you go.
Yeah, I am a little bit. Oh Christ! What's the term the doctors use? Fucked. Right, I have a show and tell. This. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pertwee Troughton TARDIS.
Nice.
As always, it's reflected on Discord. This is 3D printed, and it is very accurate indeed. And I've always wanted one of these TARDISes. I know they're probably almost the least accurate, but that was my, Pertwee and Early Baker, whatever. That was my time, and they used this box. And
It's
it is
beautiful.
quite remarkable. Now, I'm actually going to give you some details. Because
How does one go about procuring one of these?
this is it. This is what I'm. If I need it to stay somewhere. Right, hang on. I have details here. First of all, you can order any box from An Unearthly Child up to the TV movie.
Ooh.
And they will be accurate. Like I say, he's used the right signage on this, the right sort of colour tone for the thing. The only problem is getting the door shut. I need to get some tweezers to try and shut it properly. You do obviously need to be careful, but this is just magnificent. So, yes, this is a guy called Richard Young. And apparently, I'm typing a load of 4s to him as we speak. This police box isn't helping. Oh dear. I better delete that.
We are inundated with canines. You have police.
I've wanted one of those for since I was a kid. Since I,
A canine or a police box?
The police box.
Just, okay.
Had
to ask.
Made
because it's just that was the TARDIS of my childhood. A hell of a lot better than character options. So it's Richard Young who does them, and I am going to put a link in chat to his Facebook email thing. He does. Can you remind me, guys, when I transfer this to YouTube, to put that address and whatever
Underneath
in the description?
will do. Will
Sure
do.
thing.
And it's remarkable. I've finally got something I've wanted since about 1972, 71. I have asked him if he's going to end up doing the Cushing box, or indeed, brace yourselves, an actual Mark II Mackenzie Trench police box. You know, the thing the TARDIS has never, ever looked like in its life. Oh, the poor old girl. Do you know what I'd love to see? The Doctor coming back. Last adventure, for whoever it is. The Doctor comes back to the TARDIS. The TARDIS has actually changed and become accurate. And the Doctor regenerates out of shock. I would love to see that. I cannot recommend these highly enough. You can change the base if you need to change the base. He'll put electrics in so the light will flash and everything.
Ooh, nice.
And he was so worried that, it was going to be opened on here and everything else like that. Don't think he had much confidence in it. And I'm sitting here with my mouth on the floor thinking, dear God, that's amazing. So Richard, sweetheart, please have confidence in what you're doing, because it's brilliant. It really is wonderful. You brought so much happiness to me just from having that. So, yeah, guys, get in touch with him. Find out what police box you want. And remember, this is accurate police box rather than character options.
Can he make one that'll turn into a transformer?
I knew that, yeah.
It would
was
work
gonna come, wasn't
perfect.
It was going to come.
It was.
It was.
But it would work perfectly. Just saying.
No. There's your
Okay.
answer. No, I've just looked at it and thinking, No.
No.
But, oh, God, the joy that's given. It's pathetic, really. Mind you, I did give some stuff away this week. I had a visitor, and I let them take my Sylvester McCoy TARDIS, my Resurrection Supreme Dalek, and Planet of the Daleks Supreme Dalek. It's their birthday coming up, so, go on, have it. And I needed space for this anyway, so... I'm a bit of a sucker for police boxes, I'm afraid. What I've got to try to do now is limit myself to how many I get.
Oh, don't limit. No.
Have we taught you nothing?
No.
Money. Remember,
No. Have we taught you nothing?
Guys, I've got to have the money to hire an electric wheelchair. I can't go off spending on police boxes.
Okay, that's fine. But don't limit yourself because of space or anything else.
Time.
Because, you can always build up.
Ryan?
Yes?
Not in my place, you can't. It's already been built up.
There's always an up. It's fine. We'll put another level on it. It'll be fine.
You can get rid of upstairs.
We'll get rid of your neighbor upstairs. That can be your next room.
Except for the slight problem that I can't actually get upstairs anymore.
They have elevators.
I have I'm getting a Mark 1 travel machine without the clam. That's what it's going to be. I'm looking forward to it. I'm talking about and finding out about it. These things go 15 miles on one charge. That's quite remarkable. They only do 4 miles.
What's top speed?
4 miles.
4 miles.
But that's fine. Because everyone's going, oh no, you need to get yourself a Motability scooter. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't want one. For a start, it's going to be very difficult to keep in the flat because it's bigger. And secondly, they just go too fast. It's not what I'm after.
So we're going to have to start discussing weaponry in outfitting your scooter.
I will be talking to Sinister about that. However,
blades on the side, Gatling guns coming up over the shoulders.
It's a bit primitive.
Miniaturization, Ray.
Now you're starting to talk.
Yeah.
There you go.
See? Yes. And I'll be talking
A
to
plunger.
Sinister
You've got to have a plunger somewhere on.
Got to have a plunger and a little broomstick on one side.
The annoying thing is that because I'm hiring it, I can't actually make changes to it.
You can't change it.
But at the same time, that means Helen won't either try and turn it into a Davros chair or paint it TARDIS blue. It won't work as a Davros chair. It won't fit in the house. So but I am so looking forward to it, to actually be able to go out there on my own again. It's going to be lovely. Right. Was there any Doctor Who news this week? Anybody?
Did we do
think
Doctor
there
Who
was.
this week? Is there any?
There's an awful lot of Daleks at the moment, I've noticed. You've got the Time Lord Victorious, you've got the Peter Davison thing, the 8-part Peter Davison thing with Daleks, Shadow of the Daleks it's called. So they're either going to be there or in the background influencing things. Then you've got the Tennant thing coming up. I'm slightly surprised they're using Daleks so much, if I'm honest with you. I would have thought possibly use some different monsters as by way of variation. I mean, it's no skin if Nick's knows to twiddle the knob and do a different voice. But there's an awful lot of Dalek stuff coming out.
Bring back the Krotons.
Possibly too much. They have done one with the
Yes.
Krotons.
Ace agrees.
Yeah, Ace agrees.
It was a 6th Doctor adventure. I can't remember what it was called. It might even have been called Return of the Krotons. I have to see if I can find it. Anyway, shall we talk Doctor Who then? As we're sort of there.
Yeah, why
Oh,
not?
what the heck?
The second Doctor Who, probably, and his plucky girl assistants, Jamie and Zoe, land on a planet that smells of egg. And,
Oh yeah, very selfish.
yes, indeedy doodly. And as they totter down, they see somebody come out of a metal door and get kazapped. Meanwhile, in the city of the Gonds, The Krotons are summoning new companions. Right. As this was a punishment for Brian, what did you make of this?
It was black and white.
There's a reason
Jamie's
for that.
Jamie's tie was horrible.
The reason
I mean,
the first two
absolutely.
Doctors are black and white has been explained.
Yes.
Basically, they're completely colourblind. They've only got monochrome vision. It was explained in the novelisation of Day of the Doctor.
for that.
Seriously, you've got to read that book. It's so funny.
Iron Brew.
Palate cleanser. I'm getting ready for my next mythical meats.
Jamie's tie was horrible.
That's what you took away
Horrible.
from this, is it?
Horrible. He could fight.
You've not got
He's
much to say about
Scottish, of
this,
course
have
he
you?
could fight.
There's not much for me to say about it. I mean,
Well, it's got Philip Maddock in it in his first proper role.
Who?
Philip Maddock.
Philip
one of
Maddock?
The Doctor Who villains.
He was in
okay.
He was in 2150 AD, advertising sugar puffs as well.
Yep. He can get you into Kent.
Ooh.
Language, Timothy. Language.
I'm sorry, it's just that the Garden of England is about to become the car park of England. And it's going to have a border to stop lorries going. This Brexit thing is just...
Yeah, I hear it's a nightmare over there.
You're not
I'm trying to decide who has it worse, you guys or us.
I'm
You
just
do.
my
You
mythical
ha- you
meats
have-
habits keeping me. I don't care. No
I'm
more-
happy
more-
to supply.
You have it first. I mean, our virus
Look
is
at
way
this.
Up. Yours is... God almighty, look at this.
The minute the scissors come out, the dog comes up.
No, would you like another one, Harvey?
Is it good for the dog, by the way, Brian?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Like it's just meat. It's just protein.
It's
Bobby,
just meat.
hello, sweetheart. Nice to see you. in chat.
Bumpy! What's up?
Oh, stop trying to sound like you're down with
No. She's a friend of mine. I know her.
Oh, a real life person.
A real life person
Unlike Eddie's wife.
Up.
from the New England area.
Oh no! Well, for playing that game, Boppy is my wife. I thought she would join tonight.
There you go. Yeah. See?
Absolutely amazing. And she's in New England
See-
at the moment, you say, Brian.
She's in New
Pheasant.
England.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
pheasant.
narrow it down because I don't want her to, feel any.
Anyway,
I'm getting them hooked on Mythic Meat.
Watch. Up.
you know what's going to happen, don't you, Brian?
Hmm.
He's going to come to the end and go, that's not fair. I didn't have much of that. I gave it all to the dog.
Okay. It's okay. Don't make
This
more.
this is the tropic. This is spicy. This is the tropic.
That's chorizo. Chorizo
Right,
sausage.
I am trying at the moment to try and work out what Bopi's saying. The ceiling, and then he's the brother. Brian, can you translate?
Brother.
That's your sister.
Oh,
Oh my.
Yes, and she's in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Fucking hell. Completely unrehearsed.
Kenny Everett.
Yes. Yes, how your very own Bee Gees.
BG pills.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll have to find that for you afterwards, Brian. If anybody wants to see it, go onto YouTube and look for Kenny Everett Bee Gees. There'll be
We
two or
laugh
three.
tonight. We laugh like this. Ha ha ha.
I don't think I,
can't
can
go
do
back,
that.
That's just spicy.
It is. It is. That's
Put your
chorizo
troll
sausage.
hat back on, child.
Be careful with the chopper-cubra. Chorizo,
Pepperoni's
Mexican
a bit of
style
an
stuff.
animal.
Yeah, chorizo Mexican style sausage. Yeah,
Oh,
I
sure,
get
it's
in
lovely.
sausage links,
I
cook it up, and
Up,
put it in a
up.
bun.
Up.
Harvey
There
loves
we go.
Daddy tonight so much.
He's so loyal.
You are
Oh,
Harvey's favorite person in the world right now
Until the pickles run.
until they're all gone.
Until they're all gone, yeah. Right. He licks them as well, so I'll give him the. Right, there you go. Lick away.
We'll have to talk to you because if they are going down so well, we'll have to start talking to you about supplies.
Okay, no problem.
Do they sell them in the UK?
They had. See, I had to ship it because they don't ship to the UK. I found them on Facebook. They'll send it to an Air Force base or Army base of any kind.
Who's in the American? Do I know anybody over here in the American Army or Air Force? No, I don't. Everyone else is posted around the world.
Well, just to say that they're a lovely treat. So thank you very much, Brian. Because
No problem.
I like them. Harvey sort of likes them, and Sean likes them too.
Harvey's a little standoffish with them. I understand.
Yes.
Can we get back talking about Doctor Who again?
Oh, Krotons, yeah.
That's why we're here.
Krotons. Yes.
Let's just face facts here. Philip Maddock is was one of Britain's finest actors. He played, I can't remember the name, beginning with an S. He was the rebel leader who was going to cause trouble. That, I think, not counting Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD, that was his first Doctor Who role. He comes back very soon in the War Games and comes back hard. He's an amazing actor. It's also Robert Holmes's first... Eddie, why are you wearing a condom on your head?
He's not. He's wearing your precious gift.
It's a Trolls condom. I didn't know they did them. It was sponsored by the film, apparently. But there you
It's
go.
my turn. Here. Yeah. Smell it. Yeah.
I'll try and save some for next Sunday for Trixie.
Yeah, let's see if it's a triple header with the dogs. That'd be good.
I would.
I think it's going to be.
It's Robert Holmes' first script. Robert Holmes was the finest writer classic Doctor Who ever had. And this is his entry. You can tell he's finding his feet. He then goes on to do The Space Pirates a couple of stories later. Again, oh dear. But then he does Speared from Space, the first poetry one. And my God, suddenly he kicks off. Eddie, you had to suffer this because of Brian.
We all learn from our mistakes. So obviously we've all got to start somewhere. So Robert Holmes, like you said, is kind of legendary in terms of the Doctor. I just found this offensive for a couple of reasons. It's the cultural misappropriation of Scottish people in TV in the 1960s.
What?
Fraser Hines wasn't Scottish. Couldn't they found a Scottish actor to play Jamie?
That's a very good point.
Thank you.
Jamie, you're saying the whole of the Second Doctor era, bar one, is problematic?
I'm finding it problematic, yes.
Well, we're not ones to shy away from problematic things here on The Flashing Blade.
Will I get the other hat ready? We'll do it for you, Siobhan.
There you go.
Is Siobhan okay? Is she in a
We've
coffin?
either killed her or she's blowing her nose.
Blowing my nose. I don't like to do it on camera because it's not particularly nice for people.
So that was one, and the whole premise of this exercise is that the Krotons feed on kind of mental intelligence.
Yep.
Yeah. Until they get to the Scottish person.
That's because the Scottish person is from 1745.
Doesn't matter. There was intelligent people in 1745. It's typical, and it's been probably rife since 1745. Us Scottish people are referred to as inferior, stupid.
Hairy-headed Highlander.
Yes, we're referred to as savages. So, yeah, that
very violent.
Violent, yes. So
speaking of mongrel heathen dialect.
Well, that's true. That's very true. We can't help but that. That's
that was another Robert Holmes line.
So this one didn't really go anywhere. It was. Can I ask Siobhan, right? So you're the font for a lot of knowledge around this. Was this during the period where they couldn't get the Daleks? There was disputes with themselves, and they were looking for
Initially,
alternatives.
Yes, it is. It wasn't disputes. Terry Nation had decided to try and sell the format for the Daleks to
American.
America. So he'd taken permission away from the BBC to use them. That worked out so well, they came back for Day of the Daleks. That worked out so well, they'd forgot to ask Terry Nation for his permission. That worked out so well that his thing for it was, let me write some more Dalek stories. I say that now, looking at Planet of the Daleks and Death to Daleks, and they're all very similar. Do you know what? I would kill for a Terry Nation's Dalek storyline nowadays of the new series. You know, bring back the
Nice
Daleks
art. Yeah.
without some sort of twist to try and make them extra interesting. Let's just have them as these. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's not a sustainable thing, not in the modern day. But it would be nice to have just once an old school.
We're going
Dalek
to have to
story.
submit this over to Chibnall.
Who watches this? I wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
Yeah,
old
we'll
boy.
have to send this over to him.
Madoc's a green nozzle.
There we go.
Probably, yeah. He's red though. Why is he red? His writing's gone all red. Radoc's the
Well,
green.
I'll take your words for it.
I'm guessing it's a colourblind thing because suddenly
Yes.
red becomes green and
Go on.
Red and green deficiency, which I've got. But this one, Siobhan, it was promising. I liked the premise, but it just didn't seem. It was the Krotons didn't seem that much of a threat.
Yeah.
direction point.
Yeah. Again, they had to be directed, and it was the whole thing. No, the weapon was impressive, but I don't know. Oh God, that sounded a bit double entendre. But it's another example, Brian, where you upset our illustrious leader. This is what we get.
I don't remember what I did to upset her, though.
You basically
The Thing.
mocked me for having the thing, basically in a hell dimension being tortured.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a
That's,
list of all these, just so you know.
and look, as long as you're keeping track,
I keep a list of who's earned the most lollies, and
you're going to love the next one.
Eddie, can you get a flight over to America?
I can certainly try.
Yeah, you might want
Come
to
on
go
over.
up
We'll
there
get some
and-
mythic meats.
You might want to go over, strangle him, and then come home.
Come on over. We'll hook you up with some mythic meats. It'll be fine.
You're a pusher, man, evil
To
pusher.
be absolutely fair, right? So this couldn't have been as bad as other things that you've done as part of Saturday nights in the RPG.
No, I could have
Because
chosen far
it's
worse.
not. But
It hasn't happened yet.
This is just it's just a bland episode that's not really exciting. Has a
Yeah.
lot of promise, good storyline, but just doesn't work.
No, that's a fair assessment, to be honest. I first saw this back in 1981 during the Five Faces of Doctor Who. Oh, Bopey, thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Paco. How you doing,
Thanks,
Paco?
Greta.
Paco.
Paco.
Forget the Rabat thing.
That's what I was thinking.
It's
It-
just Paco, which sounds
Paco
to me,
now.
honestly, like burro. You know, a pack animal. It's
No, not Paco. Paco.
Paco.
Long pa. long A.
The what again? Sorry, say.
Paco.
Right. Okay.
Like taco.
Right. Okay. Good. By the way,
Thanks,
Bopey,
Greta.
seriously, my love, any extra stuff you can tell us for Getting, we would be so grateful for.
I'm
Um,
fucked. I'm so fucked.
Oh, now he has regret.
Oh, I've lived through regret.
Anyway, I watched this during Five Faces of Doctor Who. Now, at that time, Doctor Who was banned for me. And I watched it around my grandparents because they wouldn't have anything to do with that nonsense. And black and white TV, and I just turned very serious about Doctor Who teen. You know what it's like, when you're 7 or 8. Oh, this is fun, this is great, I love this. And then you hit teenage and suddenly everything is really serious. It is the Doctor, it is never Doctor Who. That sort of nonsense. And I enjoyed it because it was the first time, apart from seeing the 3 Doctors on transmission, that I'd seen the second Doctor. Or Jamie and Zoe. So I think I basically had a different introduction to this than you guys did. So when I watched it, I enjoyed it. But you are right, it is a bit of a bland serial.
No,
However, it introduced the hostile action displacement system, which Moffat immediately changed to dispersal system. And I'll also point out there's a book, an 8th Doctor book called Alien Bodies by Lawrence Miles. You need to get that. Because first of all, the Kroton in it is fucking hilarious. And then he's bloody deadly.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Was the target novelisation for this? Normally they kind of add to and make things a bit better.
It was Terence.
Right.
It was a Terence standard. He'll correct up any plot holes, but that's it.
Right.
So.
Welcome back, Radox.
Yes. Welcome back, indeedy doodly. Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, you're very Ned Flanders tonight.
You turn into Ned Flanders.
Oh God Almighty, kill me now.
You've done an Oakley Dokley earlier on as well.
Woo!
Or maybe she didn't. But I'm going to
count your fingers. How many do you have? Okay, all right. We're safe for now. And you're not turning any more yellow than normal. It's kind of that normal jaundice color.
Oh, I am waiting for something like that to happen. Anyway, so the Krotons. Watch it for completionism. Watch it on a lazy Sunday afternoon when it's raining outside. But it isn't anything special. It's not terrible. It's just not special.
No, it's by no means not the worst we've watched.
No. Now, the big thing we're going to talk about tonight is the Time War box set, the new Paul McGann Time War box set, which Brian didn't finish.
Brian tried.
Paco, quite frankly,
I'm maintaining our high standard of excellence.
You're a bell end, Paco. Paco Bell. Doesn't work. I'm trying.
No.
Didn't work?
No.
No? Okay. All right.
Can I show you this? I'm going to try and show you. Look at this on the floor.
Oh, doggy.
Dog.
Oh, that's a happy dog.
Oh,
that is a happy dog.
I wonder. Hello, cat. So the Time War. I'm going to be honest. It helps. It does help to a point to listen to the previous one.
Yes, particularly for the middle story.
Do you think so for the middle story? Can I get any?
Dreadshade.
Dreadshade. Let's talk about the second 2 stories first. Now we've got to be very, very careful on this one. It is.
Oh no, no spoilers.
And it is so good. It is going to be very difficult to review this without spoilers. We are going to do our damnedest to do that, though. Okay. I've just seen what you've written in chat. Low, bloody hell, they're subterranean. I like your sister, by the way. I think she's wonderful. She's doing exactly what sisters are supposed to do. Please tell me you used to dress him up as a fairy and make him sit down and have tea parties.
Dolly's tea parties.
Yeah.
Dolly's tea parties.
No.
Who's older, by the way, Brian?
Technically me.
Right, okay then. Fair enough. Yep. In that case, you definitely needed to have
Because
done
I keep
something
telling her
about
to get off my lawn, and she keeps telling me, I'm not on your lawn, old man.
Would I suggest by this that you might be twins?
No.
Oh, it's just
No.
the way you said it. You said technically me, you know?
She's more of an adopted sister.
Okay.
I tend to adopt
That
people.
shouldn't tend to really
No. It's not an
sort of say
official
have
adoption.
anything to do with
I
her
adopt
age.
people as family. I'm an only child, but I adopt people as family.
I'm a sort
And-
of only child. I mean, for
And
example,
she
you
is
guys,
my adopted sister, who is about the same age.
you guys are essentially my family. So, I mean, I do have family, but
Yeah, I have Bopey, and I have Jess.
that's
One
the one we
is
don't
about
talk about, isn't it?
One is about the same age as me, and one is, upstairs. Neither of which were wanted, but they're adopted anyway.
Keep it going, Bopey. Just keep it going. You are earning yourself many lollies tonight. Right, so Time War. Let's talk about the last two. Actually, no, we can't. We're going to have to start with the first one. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
it has to be. Yep.
Yeah.
Particularly for the last story.
Okay. The first story is a two-discer. It's called Palindrome. Oh, shit. How the hell am I going to review this?
It's difficult, isn't it?
It
It really is.
Davros wakes up with his foul wife about 4 days after he's opened up a dimensional portal. Things happen and go horrifically wrong, and then Davros wakes up 3 days after he's opened up this portal, then 2 days, then 1 day.
Lucky, cursed.
And stuff is happening. The Doctor and Bliss drop in. There's some very strange Daleks. And then there is probably one of the best characters Big Finish have ever created. And I genuinely think this is my first encounter with it. The Dalek Time Strategist.
Yep.
A Dalek that speaks very softly and uses its words. And that is one creepy motherfucker. It really is.
Briggs brings it to life, doesn't he? I mean, just the tones, and like you said, it's like very.
It's almost like Davros himself. Early days Davros. The Michael Wisher, or indeed when Terry Malloy wasn't ranting. That's softly spoken. Yeah. I'll be back on that one, by the way, baby. I can't give any more away from the plot except to say that Terry Malloy is magnificent in this. Playing all kinds of variations of Davros, from good Davros to the Davros we know. And being
And his own
tortured
personal
by it.
dilemma.
Yeah, exactly. I cannot recommend this. Well, I can't recommend the set, but I certainly can't recommend Palindrome highly enough. Terry Malloy deserves, what do they do? Is it RTS Awards or something like that? Because, quite frankly, yeah, I mean, he's a professional voice actor. He's been in the Archers for decades and decades and decades. But this is a man at the top of his game. It really is. Who knows his character. And quite remarkable. Brian, this is the one you've listened to, so what do you think?
All right, so can't give out any
Yeah,
spoilers.
it's so difficult, isn't it?
I think it was executed well. The voice acting is top notch. I mean, really effing great. It builds, and there's a lot of creepiness to it. I like that. That's something I wasn't expecting from Doctor Who,
What, creepiness in Doctor Who?
No, I mean creepy. There's been oh no, it's crazy. This is like if I talk like this and just speak naturally directly to you.
That's the time strategist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's creepy.
Amazing creation.
Speaking of which, I need to remember that trick for when we're gaming next. I can't really get into much more.
It's hard.
'Cause
Tell the boys and
to.
girls, did you enjoy it? Would you recommend listening to
I
it?
loved it. I will give 2 thumbs up.
Okay, and are you going to be locked in the cupboard?
I don't really have locks on my cupboards anymore.
Popey, you'll have to bring your own form of securing them.
They're sliding.
Couple of bolts.
Which is ironic considering the whole parallel universe thing in this. Eddie?
This is just it's the best story in the set. Malloy is just absolutely taking it. It's just the range. It's one character, but it's the range in which the alternative versions are there and how he plays them, how he plays personal dilemma. And I'm saying no more than that because I'm not going to spoil it. McGann's not in it much, but when he is in there, he is really good. I really like Bliss as a companion. Bliss is just would fit in so perfectly into today's TV Doctor Who as well.
It's her
Sorry,
little
I've got
asides to herself.
yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
How is it?
Sorry, I had to let the dog in who's craving mythical meats. You're not getting any more. They're done.
I've created a junkie.
What have you done, Brian?
He's sitting there with a big.
done?
He's sitting there with a big cheesy grin in his face.
The next version of Train Spotting is going to star Harvey and mythical meats.
Walking to Edinburgh, chasing the
T3.
mythical meats. Pip.
Oh dear. Choose mythical. Choose basilisk. Choose alligator.
Choose Nessie.
Make him eat werewolf.
Tried him on the spicy one. He's still come back for more.
I have an issue with the werewolf one.
Let's move away from the meats here and
I'll
do
let
what
you
we're
continue.
supposed to
We'll
be doing,
discuss
shall we?
my issue with the werewolf one later.
One of the big criticisms of Modern Who is their treatment of the Daleks. In terms of the Daleks are not intelligent. They're tricked into this is intelligent Daleks, particularly the time strategist. So the time strategist, is that a new character? Is that a new creation, Siobhan? Because
it's been around for a while now.
Right.
But I think this is my first proper actual experience of it because obviously before the show came back, I wasn't listening to the Big Finishers quite simply because I just didn't have time. I was too busy gaming. Now I can't game, so it's the other way around. And I'm so glad.
I see what you did there.
I am just so glad that I've actually been exposed to the Dalek time strategist. That sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. Briggs, God, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Oh, totally.
Oh, yeah.
What he can get to that voice modulator, and
it's
just
not just the modulation; it's the acting.
yeah.
You know, that's just a silly effect on it. It's the initial acting first that is the important thing. I will point you in the direction of Day of the Daleks.
I didn't look. Did he write this one as well?
No, John Dorney wrote it, and I take my hat off to Mr. Dorney. I really do.
This was outstanding.
It really was.
This is really cleverly written. I don't want to go into why it's cleverly written because you're best going in not knowing going into this because it's just not going to be what you expect from a Doctor Who. Very Davros.
Oh, so that's why that's like that. That'll be Neddy then. Okay. Shall we move on to the next one? Dreadshade.
Yeah, Dreadshade.
Dreadshade is a palate cleanser. Bliss and the Doctor end up on Gallifrey, but they can't remember much about themselves or indeed anything else. And there's a fair bit of that doing rounds. We get to meet the General from Day of the Doctor again, which I'm pleased about because I liked him. It's the very fact that whilst the Doctor exasperates him, he is behind the Doctor. I mean, we see that in Hellbent. You know, with respect, Mr. President, get off his world. This is an interesting one. This features the 12 as a villain. Now, there have been variations on this character, the 11 and, you know,
11.
whatever. And basically it's a Time Lord whose previous incarnations still live on in their head. So they've just got all these incarnations babbling and slagging them off and everything else like that. Obviously, he's driven them completely potty. This is played by Julia Mackenzie, another great British actress. Possibly wasted here, I think. Like I say, this is a basic palate cleanser after Palindrome. Ooh, that was good.
The Julia Mackenzie. French Feels, Julia Mackenzie. I didn't realise that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she is wasted then. She could have been featured a hell of a lot more than she was.
I'm sure she'll be back, because during the final of the Ravenous series, the 11 regenerated into the 12. So hopefully, which is a shame, because Mark Bonner as the 11
was
superb. But then again, Julie Mackenzie. Big Finish. With these actors, you are spoiling us. Basically, we can give a little bit more away about this one, because it's not plot heavy. There's a creature in the Omega Arsenal called a Dreadshade, who's basically just made of fear. It's terrified constantly, and all you do is wind it up in the right direction and set it off. Now, it had been conditioned to be terrified of Daleks. Unfortunately, the 12 gets hold of it and conditions it to not like Time Lords, which is a bit of a bad thing. I love the phrase frightening bolt. That's a great line. But this one, like I say, it's not heavy. It's a palate cleanser, especially after Palindrome, because you need that. And it's just a nice little story. On the surface, doesn't seem to have much impact, but we don't know yet, because remember, this is an ongoing thing. So who went first last time? Brian did. Eddie.
Brian. I get kind of lost in this one. I don't know if it tied back to the previous. So this is set 4 of 4, isn't it, for this McGann series? So yeah, I was actually the very first thing I've got in this is it's a palate cleanser for this set. It definitely feels that way.
It does.
Again, I've got as well that the 12 was much. I mean, the 11th was great, and Bonner we reviewed, I'm sure, one of his stories a wee while back. It's a great character. I really like Bonner on it, and I was really into the 12, but there just wasn't enough of the 12 in this story. But again, this may be setting up for it to hopefully appear in future stories.
I get the feeling in sets like this, Big Finish don't do anything without a reason.
No, and I didn't realise it was Julie I love French Feels. I used to love that show.
Nick Courtney was in that.
Yes, he was. He was he the? Oh, I can't remember.
Either the hotel manager or the something.
He was a local farmer that was the mayor. That was, I think.
Can't remember. I never saw it, so I can't remember.
Yeah. So again, her and Anton Rogers are just a great. So yeah, so that's got me a little bit excited in terms of what's coming up. Again, for this, it was nothing special. It's not. I didn't not like it. And again, it's the mid act for what's between two stories, which are just superb.
And
so
it does its job well in giving you a chance to just, okay, right, fine, clear me head after all that stuff on Palindrome. Great, okay, that's nice, that's simple. You know, I mean, I don't diss the writing at all on this.
No.
It does, I'm guessing it does exactly what it was supposed to do. Just give you a little bit of a, whew, and
there were some references there
up for the future.
There were some references there which I wondered if I saw if I'd listened to the third set in this, whether I'd have got it more, because again there's references
the Valiard was, I think, in the third
set. Yep.
Um,
And there is a reference in there, so I don't know. But that said, I mean, I didn't dislike it. It was a good story. But again, after what we just listened to, it was like it was that just to bring you down a little bit for the second part of the main course, which is coming.
yeah, basically. I still want the Valiard versus the Lumiat. I'm
So
sorry,
good.
I do. Big Finish, come on, give us that.
Yeah.
An evil doctor and a good master. It's just whatever. Brian's looking. Brian's got a face. Why have you got a face, Brian?
I'm petting the dog.
That's your petting the dog face, is it? What did you think of it, or didn't you listen to it?
I didn't get this far.
Okay, well, you got that to look forward to. Something nice
Yeah.
and simple. Okay, well, we'll move on to the next one then. Restoration of the Daleks. The Daleks are
Good luck with this one as well, Siobhan.
I am, yeah, I know. The Daleks are coming through this spatial thing, and the Time Lords go off to meet them. Unfortunately, every time they destroy Daleks, there's instantly other ones there. And it's just like there's just an infinity of Daleks. On the planet Costco, which I'm afraid does sound like Costco, and I'm immediately thinking of Reg and Curly from Coronation Street.
See, that's how all these an infinite supply of Daleks because they buy them in bulk.
This is it.
Exactly.
By
Yeah.
large,
Yeah.
it's cheaper.
Come from?
Anyway, on the planet Costco. Yep, we're not going to get past this.
Nope.
Nope.
It's like kaboom.
Kaboom?
Kaboom.
Do you mean kablam?
Kablam. The Kablam Corporation.
But Sir Davros is down there and he's trying to help the people. Unfortunately, Davros is doing exactly what Davros always does. Trying to come up with some form of war machine. This is a Davros who has been abandoned by his children. This is a very bitter Davros. This is a Davros that hates the Time Strategist and detests the Emperor. The Dr. Bliss and Rasmus, Cardinal General Rasmus, actually, arrive on Costco. The idea, well, Rasmus arrives a bit later. The idea being to try and save the planet from the Daleks because they're that close. Then stuff happens which I can't talk about. I really enjoyed this one, quite frankly. It was nicely done, and I've always said that Davros he's got a problem in his mind. He keeps going back to a failed pattern. He did it with the mechanoids in the Juggernauts, and he keeps doing it. Unfortunately, it's the definition of madness, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. He just hasn't learnt, and well, he's insane, so what do you expect? But yeah, this is a good one, and ends on a cliffhanger, which might well tie into the Susan Time War adventures. I say no more. Anyway, Eddie.
I'm going to deliberately try and avoid the story because this is again what you've covered actually covers it. It's the whole thing around the Dalek threat is still there. They're coming through the portal, and like you said, the Time Lords, doesn't matter how many of them they destroy, they're instantly replaced. So Davros then has conversations with the Time Lords, and it looks as though that there could be some form of alliance there as well. And it's like the temptation of the Time Lords, and the Time Lords again, they're not pretty. They're in this war. They're putting innocent planets, innocent people in threat.
This is the early days of the Time War. What the hell are they going to end up doing?
Yeah. It's really enjoyed the fact that so the Eighth Doctor is constantly kind of dragged into this, but doesn't want to be involved. So there's that kind of dilemma with
helps
with
where he can, but that's it.
That's it. Then he's off. there's some nice wee touches here as well which actually tie in to the new series as well. I'm thinking Tennant's era as well in terms of that Davros and other things there as well, which I'm not going to go into too much detail around. The only thing that I kind of didn't like of this one, and again, Malloy it's Malloy's Davros in this one starts to become more like the Sims master in terms of the maniacal laugh and.
Well, to be fair,
is this?
To be fair, they have. Big Finish have developed the character from the TV show. I mean, at the end of the TV show, he's essentially a talking head that rants. They've moved him on from that. They've gone through that whole thing where he's losing, what was that, terra firma? Where he's losing track of who he is. He thinks he's the Emperor Dalek and he's not. And also, considering Palindrome, you can understand why Davros might not necessarily be himself.
Yeah, there's a descent into madness, and we can explain that as well. It's just personal. I like it when Davros is this kind of cold, calculating master.
I think they got the modulation right on his voice. I'm guessing they did it so that it's easier to hear on audio. But it was too clean for me just to sound exactly like Davros. Again, easily explained with the whole palindrome thing.
Yeah, exactly. Multiple universes, and this is a Davros that's not. Again, you've got to be really careful what you say.
This is a minefield. It really is.
Yep. It's greatly written, and again, I know I keep going on, but this is just masterful soundscapes. The Dalek sorcerers, everything. It's nice touches back to just classic sound effects, polished and made so much more. Big Finish is really great at this. I mean,
so, quite frankly, we basically wholeheartedly recommend this set.
You have to have this one.
If only for Palindrome.
Yes.
But believe me, you'll be grateful for the other stories as well. Big Finish have knocked this one, yet again, out of the park. I want, at some stage, to be able to sit here and say Big Finish is awful. They're not letting me. It's,
Yeah, at some stage we need to bag on one of these, but we can't.
We're picking. I mean, our criticisms from this set. I mean, we really struggle with nitpicking. If I'm nitpicking, if I'm honest.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, just to clarify again for some people, we get review copies, and so that's what we do. We review them. People might say, "Well, you're only being nice about it or whatever because you're getting it for nothing." No. If we don't like something, we will turn around and we will tell you we don't like it. We will tell you why we don't like it. Our integrity is
not liked before.
Our integrity is not for question on this, because we will tell you the truth, and come what may. All right, it's always been the same with the Flashing Blade. So please don't worry. If we turn around and say, as we have done with this one, it's bloody brilliant, go out and buy it. Go out and buy it. Because we're not bullshitting you. It's that simple. Right. So, that's good, isn't it?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Gene Hunt is after a drug pusher.
No, if ever you any doubts about us not being critical, let's go on to Life on Mars, Siobhan. Yes, please.
Yeah, the trouble is, we're not given anything to review from Life on Mars. We're doing this ourselves. So
you're doing it to me, is really.
Do you know what I'm thinking, Eddie? I'm starting to think I'm getting this wrong. Giving you all crappy Doctor Who stories to review to get my revenge on Brian.
Just more Life on Mars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they managed to get a suspect. Typical Gene puts him in a cell with a very, very angry man. Leaves Ray.
Bet he was Scottish.
Leaves Ray in charge, and
no, I don't think he was Scottish.
A Scottish actor.
It's the anger. It just comes through the pores.
It's the no sun. If there was sunlight...
It's the lack of vitamin C. It is. It really is.
Yeah, if there was sunlight, they'd be better. It's not their fault.
And him and Sam go off for a curry. They come
Yeah,
back
but
to the
who does he put in charge?
Ray.
The little frickin' weasel, Ray.
They get back to the station to find that the suspect is dead. Oh, that's all right. We've got your permission then, Bo P, have we? That's lovely. Thank you very much. Brian, you smell. Right. So, death in custody. Straight away, bang, everything clams up. It's a case of everyone getting their statements right and accurate to each other. Sam, on the other hand, smells a rat. Remember, he comes from a different time when you do things differently than this. And him and Jean have a bit of a go at each other over this. And Jean says, well, go on then, do it. Do your investigation. And Sam does. Turns out, spoilers, that this cocaine dealer, basically Ray thought, well, cocaine makes you chatty. Give him a load of cocaine. The thing is, the guy might have dealt it, but he didn't take it because he's got a weak heart. And it killed him. There's a very telling scene towards the end when it's just Jean and Sam. And you suddenly realise, actually, Jean trusts Sam. He was the only one he could trust to actually do the investigation properly. Now, nothing official happened because of it, but Jean now knows the facts. Sam had proof on a cassette of what happened. Hands it over to the chief superintendent, who just rips the cassette up. And Ray basically gets demoted to DC. Half his wages, including overtime for the next year, are going to be sent to the Police Benevolent Fund. And quite frankly, he's not allowed to do a bloody thing without asking permission first. Jean admits it's his fault for putting a weak man in charge. There's a certain amount now of trust, certainly from Jean towards Sam. He's earning his place. Might be a bit different to what Jean's used to, but he's earning his place. So, Brian.
Yeah.
Enjoy it?
Oh. Words alone cannot express how I feel about this.
Try using this little short one. No. Why didn't you enjoy it?
No.
I don't think he enjoyed it, Sean.
I don't think he did. Why not, though?
Sam went ahead and he alienated everybody during this investigation.
But you do that.
Including Annie, who is pretty much his only friend in the entire department. Did not like that. He didn't trust her. He didn't even ask her what the hell was going on for real. There was so much. He was so by the book on this. He forgot to be human.
That's an interesting point. That's a very interesting point. Basically, it's a case of, single-minded tunnel vision.
Yeah. He was so intent on finding out what happened, finding out who's wrong, who did what. He pretty much abandoned his humanity. He alienated his friends, his allies, his co-workers, and honestly, all these people fit into all those categories. Mm-hmm. When he came to blows with Ray, I actually was kind of happy because Ray's been pissing me off since first episode.
Oh, Ray's a complete dickhead.
Ray's an asshole. I was looking forward to that.
Chris is sweet. Stupid, but sweet.
Chris is good. I can see that at some point, if Sam was smart, just saying, hey, look, if I'm really back in 1973, Chris, you're still alive. Go tell him I'm here. You know?
Is he mad, back in time, or in a coma?
Coma.
Still on the coma, huh?
Still on the coma.
Okay, now I've got to be careful here because I did what I said I wouldn't do. After watching this one, I watched and started series 2.
How could you?
I know, I'm sorry, I'm weak. Forgive me. Please. Eddie.
You don't.
Eddie, save me.
I like this. I like this one. This is Serpico. This is a man who, with principles, trying to investigate and find the truth, and his colleagues turn against him. And Ray is just a sneaky shit. He's just so, there's no redeemable qualities for Ray in this series. He's just horrible. The comment though that around that he gives up his humanity. There's the scene where he's in the restaurant and he sees the reflection of the modern world in the window, and Peters and Lee, Welcome Home, top tune. I don't know why I love that song, but I absolutely love that song. Close the door. That just takes me back to
childhood.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Yay!
Sorry,
Sean!
Sean's in.
Hey, Sean! You can't hear
Sean.
us, but
Have a Mystic Meat.
Can I have a mist?
Can I have a Mystic Meats, Brian?
Of course he can have a Mystic Meat.
Help yourself. Which one have you got?
A duck maple Kraken flavored.
You got the Kraken.
Kraken.
Kraken's
These
good.
are great, by the
and
way.
I should
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
as soon as the Kraken hears that being opened, he'll
Nice
be
hat.
right with you.
The Kraken's an excellent rum as well. Maybe that should just.
Oh, yeah,
have it with a
yeah.
rum.
Kraken rum. Oh.
So his focus here is he's of the opinion that if he's to bring Gene Hunt down, he's to bring the corruption down. This is his portal into back to the normal life. And Peters and Lee love that song, and then it morphs into Pulp Year 2000. Just love that song as well. It's two classic tunes. So there's an element of him giving up his humanity because he thinks that by doing this, it's going to. This is his gateway back home, and it's not.
No.
And nothing changes from this. Ray gets demoted. He loses some funds, and he gets barred for the pub. Probably the getting barred for the pub was probably the biggest punishment he got out of this.
Yeah.
But it's the whole thing around him and Hunt's got a respect for him. Hunt sets this up because he's the only one he can trust to actually do this, because he's the only one that's actually morally. He's not going to be morally bankrupt.
He's the only outsider there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But then he takes it to the chief superintendent, and he just destroys the tape. It's just, I just love this. This is probably one of my favorite episodes for this season.
Sorry,
I did like Gene's admission that all these young guys, it's all his fault.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they look at him and how he does things, and they don't know when to turn it off.
Yeah.
Exactly. Radox, thank you very much. I will look into that. I'm not after a mobility scooter. I'm after a wheelchair. You get to keep the scooter at the end of the lease. That's pretty good. I will look in and see what else they do. Thank you very much. I do need to do some shopping tomorrow. So.
We'll get you a helmet, we'll get you a leather jacket. Maybe get you some colors.
No, I think what we're going to do is we're going to turn it into a mod Vespa. Loads of mirrors. Loads of spotlights.
Daughters of Anarchy.
Big target on the back. This is an excellent one. Brian, what do you make of Sam's bizarre hallucinations again of the trees and the woman in the red dress and this
And the Tabasco sauce.
If you say so.
No, they were trying to stimulate his senses.
Oh, right.
Back in the real world.
What did you make of that dream?
They're trying to stimulate his senses in the real world to see if they can get a reaction out of him.
He's been having this flash. That's what they're doing. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, plus he's also slowly slipping away. I mean, they're keeping him on life support. He's not getting bad. He's alive, but he's not getting better.
Well, this was the penultimate episode of Series 1. No real answers in the finale, I'm afraid. You've got another series to go before you start getting answers. And the other series starts taking it in a very slightly different direction. Yeah, we'll be doing that one obviously next week. Oh, hang on. It must be 4 weeks since we've done the Leisure Hive, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
In that case, boys and girls, we'll do Meglos next week.
Ooh.
Let's do our Series 18 watch along. Oh, that's brilliant, Radox. That's what... You've earned this. Thank you. That's what I wanted to know.
You're a giant Radox.
Yeah, we'll do Meglos. I have no idea what's happening with Big Finish. Though, if I'm honest with you, part of me is very tempted to do another Tomorrow People.
Oh, please.
Yes, please, please.
I've got to work out which one, and I need to... I'll just, if I'm honest with you... Oh! Hang on. Eddie, did you ever see Callan?
Callum? Oh, yeah, the Lonely and Edward Woodward. Yep.
Ewa Weewa. Big Finish are now doing a series based on it. And... Do you fancy doing
Is
that
that the one
next
with
week?
Frank Skinner?
Yeah. Do you fancy doing that next week? And I'll tell you what, because I teased it and I took it away from you, not intentionally, we'll do a Tomorrow People as well. So
Let's do Tomorrow People as well.
Slightly longer show, but
Yeah, might as well.
I'll
I
move
mean,
around the TARDIS here just to make sure that it's finished downloading. It's going to be another season 1 one. I'm possibly thinking it's the Vanishing Earth we're going to do.
do you want to do the Medusa string? Because that sets up an arc in season 2.
Is that the one where Jedediah comes back?
Yeah, it's where the Jedediah robot comes back.
Mm-hmm.
It also has Peter.
Oh, yes, Peter. I'm going to say no, because we're not going through these... We're not doing it one at a time.
Okay.
And, well, I say that. If you guys want to do it one at a time, each time I do the Tomorrow People, we can do the next one.
I'm
we
fine.
can do it in order, and we can
do
it
the
in
next
order.
one.
All right, in that case, let's do the second Tomorrow People episode,
Okay.
which I can't remember what it's called. But I did manage
Medusa
to get my
Strain.
DVDs out without destroying the flat, which is nice.
The
Medusa
Medusa strain. Dun.
Okay, so there's 4 things next
I've
week.
memorized them.
Meglos, the Tomorrow People, Callan, and the last
Life on Mars.
episode of Series 1 of Life on Mars. That's a pretty packed schedule. If I'm
Please don't get my hopes up by saying the last episode of Life on Mars.
For the first series, love. I've got to start introducing you to a few little bits and pieces before much longer, so you can get...
Okay.
So you can at least
Do they pull the
understand-
plug?
So they can... So you can understand a little bit of the British culture they're mocking. There is a scene right at the beginning of one of the second series that had me falling off the chair laughing. It's the Camberwick Green thing, Eddie.
Yeah, oh. Camberwick Green, Trumpton,
Chigley.
Chigley.
So what I'll do, Brian, is I'll find you an example of Camberwick Green. You don't need to watch too much of it. You just need to watch the opening of it and the initial thing. I mean, they're only about 15 minutes, I remember.
They're just wee stories. But it's you're Mr. Rogers. We had Brian Cant. Brian Cant narrated a lot of your childhood. I mean, programs like that and
Okay.
Play Away and
Yeah, he was...
Play School.
He was the voice.
Yeah.
Him
Ah.
and Brian Thompson. Is it Brian Thompson? Oh, come
Derek
on.
Griffith. Derek Griffiths. Not Derek
No.
Griffiths.
No. Thompson. He did the voiceovers for the Magic Roundabout.
Oh, did the Magic Roundabout?
Yeah.
Emma Thompson's dad. Yep. Eric Thompson. Eric
Yes,
Thompson?
yes.
Right.
Well done. Yeah. So we need to introduce you to a couple of bits and pieces. I'm also going to introduce you to Mr. Dalek Invades Trumptonshire, which needs to be heard.
I've not seen that. I need to see that.
It's a listen. It's not a see. Basically, I was desperate to do something for Christmas. Nobody had written anything, so I wrote something myself. Basically, an episode featuring all 3 bits of Chigley, Trumptonshire, with a toy Dalek appearing. I'll let you. But for the moment, we need to introduce Brian to Camber Green first for the joke to stick. So that you got that to look forward to. Look, you're getting off better than me because, hello, he's doing his thing again.
Yeah.
There's no stopping him, is there?
Usually he waits till the end. I mean,
I'm going to be honest with you. Some sort of epilepsy warning before doing that might have been nice.
Can't hurt.
I'll do it at the start of the show.
Just for a change of pace.
Yep. Yeah. The camera won't come on. Camera's away.
I mean, you're lucky, Brian. You only have to watch the opening 2 or 3 minutes. I ended up having to buy all 3 DVDs of Chigley, Trumpton, and Campbell Green.
Oh, dear God.
Just to get sound effects and music to make it sound as authentic as possible. And I still fucking love it.
Oh, it's like warm, cozy blanket. BritBox need to put them on as well.
Mr. Dalek Invades Trumptonshire. I'm blowing my
Oh, right, okay. BritBox.
I had fun with that.
Okay, BritBox commission Mr. Dalek Goes to Trumptonshire. Let's start a campaign.
Yeah, let's get this up there. Let's get working on this.
There was a song for the end of Chigley, which I think only got sung once. I spoofed that, so I'm afraid I am singing in this. Also, because every character in these things has their own little song telling everyone what they do and, this, that and the other. Mr. Dalek gets a song as well. I can only apologise. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
But, that's a longer show. Jesus, 1 hour 22.
We went a long time talking about Mythic Meats.
That's true, actually.
Our new sponsor, folks. So
if they want to sponsor us, just
Brian,
go right ahead.
Brian, you got my permission to sort that out.
I will happily be the middleman.
You think I'm joking?
I'm not kidding either.
No,
I'm good with that.
If you can sort out some sort of sponsorship from Mythic Meats, all right, we will do it. I promise you.
No problem.
For a start, we don't review Mythic Meats. So,
speaking of, the werewolf one is the one I have an issue with.
Something to do with, I don't know, silver?
Well, no. The werewolf one it's elk, right? But here's my problem. Werewolves, when they're killed, they turn back into human form. So in order to be eating werewolf,
you're eating long pig.
They have to still be alive somewhere in wolf form. See, that's the way my brain works, at least.
Okay. Well, I've got a problem. Have I mentioned this problem before on the Blade? I don't know. If I have, tell me to shut up. How come vampires can exist in moonlight? Because it's reflected sunlight.
It's diffused.
That's your answer, is it?
That's my total answer.
But more often, they are stronger in the full of the moon.
No, those are werewolves.
Okay. Because I've had a major problem with this, trying to work this out. Yeah. It's still sunlight. God damn it.
Yeah.
These things worry me at night.
And so they should.
It's perfectly logical for them to. You're saying.
Bri.
Yes.
Do the thing on your computer where you come over to England. All right.
Right now?
No. Go to ITV Hub.
ITV. Okay.
Okay, and watch Des, the Dennis Nielsen
Oh,
story,
yes, it's good.
starring
DES.
David Tennant.
Okay. Oh, is that the creepy one where he's a serial killer?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
and
I've been wanting to
it's all based on the truth. Dennis Nielsen existed and did all sorts of horrible things. But
Yeah,
it's the way
I have an
Tennant
IMDb account.
plays him just makes it 50,
shouldn't tell
100 times worse. So matter of fact, I really recommend you watch that, mate, if you can.
There's a documentary that's on BritBox with recordings and interviews with the real Dennis Nielsen. He occupies that man's brain. It's really creepy. He's amazing.
Okay.
And there's an interview as well with David Tennant. And for once, I'm in agreement with him because I was speaking to my imaginary wife downstairs when we were watching it.
This is Albert, yes?
Aye. Albertina. And it was the whole thing around. Nielsen would have loved to have been alive when this is out because it would have just pandered to his ego. And Tennant basically says that he wouldn't have done it. This is the time to do it because Nielsen's not there to feed off it. It's seriously masterful piece of work.
Yeah, if you can watch it, Brian, watch it because you're going to be blown away by it. You really are. Like I say, Tennant steals the show. Who plays the police officer after him? He's another famous person, and the name's gone straight out of my head.
Well, I saw him in Jessica Jones, and he stole every scene he was in there.
That was just an evil 10th Doctor. You watch this. You just watch this. Because I guarantee you'll not look at him the same again.
Okay.
This is Tennant showing his acting chops massively. It's really good. Hey guys, we've been going for an hour and a half. I'm happy to continue if you want to, but
do we have anything else to discuss?
I think that's an answer.
How's Blake 7 coming?
Oh, binge. I just Avon is just a great character. I love Avon.
Avon is such a prick, but I love him.
Oh, but it's like sarcasm and just sheerly delighting in it. And then we watched Darryl and Doctor Who, remember it a few weeks ago?
Yes, Timelash.
Oh, and then you see him in this, and he's just sarcastic, urbane, logical, intelligent. It's like Star Trek, where Blake's Kirk, and instead of a logic-driven second in command, we've got just somebody sarcastic bastard. It's just delightful.
The thing, as I mentioned,
different done with Tomorrow People. I'm on season 4. They just introduced Mike. I hate Mike.
He was a pop star at the time. In fact,
no, you know why I hated him? He looked like a kid that used to bully me in school.
Oh dear, that's unfortunate.
Oh, this kid and I got in fights every freaking week.
The important thing is who won.
Oh, I got my ass handed to me more than once.
Okay, word of advice. A fair fight is for suckers. All right. So
yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Be prepared, basically. If ever you meet him again, which I doubt.
Well, that was, 35 years ago or something. So I'm pretty sure by now he's dead, and I'm hoping he's burning in hell. I don't hold a grudge.
No.
I forgot to mention a couple of things. Now, hang on. What have I forgotten? I had a chat. I think I might have mentioned it on last week's show, but I had a chat with Lilibet.
Oh, yeah.
Which just cheered me up intensely. And then the following day, I think it was the Monday, young Thomas Banks came to visit from Winchester, which is quite a distance to travel to come and see me. Thomas is a burst of sunshine. He's young, he's enthusiastic about Doctor Who, and he's not cynical about it. He understands there's good and there's bad and whatever, but he's not going to be a complete cynical arsehole about it. He just yeah, it's just this blast of fresh air. It's lovely. So I really enjoyed his visit, quite frankly. And then I saw Stella this morning, which was nice. Right, hour and a half. There we go. Let's call it.
Full hour.
Next week, Meglos, The Tomorrow People, Callan, and the last episode of Series 1 of Life on Mars. There's only one more series, mate. Don't worry. Then we'll switch to Ashes, of which there are 3 series.
So I have a question. The final scene, is it boop, 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 boop?
No.
Damn.
No, it's not. But I promise you, you will love it. What are you doing?
You keep saying this. You're haunted.
Cats.
It's Ghostwatch.
I just
It's
heard a
Ghostwatch
growl,
now.
so I guess somebody's out there who's not supposed to be out there.
Do we have Lister outside holding court with everyone in the neighborhood, trying to find out if the ghost is in there?
Do you know, I've never watched that.
Do you want to?
I think it's...
I have it.
Was this the thing we
October
made
is
part?
This is Ghostwatch.
Yeah, October is coming.
I'll tell you what, we'll do Ghostwatch for Halloween.
There you go. I like
Yes.
this. Yeah, I'm down with this.
All right, that's cool. I've never watched the whole thing. I've seen the ending.
I've never seen it.
No, same here. Like I say, I've caught the ending, but
Because they never repeated it, didn't they? No, they kind of it was
there
kind of
were
bland.
far too many complaints.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were scared to repeat it.
Basically, hi, Charlotte. Hello.
It's a cat.
Hello, baby. I don't often get a chance to sort of fuss her because she keeps herself to herself. She loves being fussed, and she's got one hell of a purr, but it really does have to be on her own terms.
On her terms.
She's gonna love the meat snacks.
No, only one of my cats is like that. That's Odin, who has suddenly decided that human food is good. So every time I've got something to eat, he's right there. Okay, yeah, we'll do Ghostwatch.
Yeah.
Good show.
Which reminds
Good
me,
show,
we've
right?
got to record
Got
our
it.
entry for Professor Dave's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you get
I've said that we're representing Amityville because it's the house on the hill. Amityville.
Okay.
And like I say, that's the song that's going to win for us, even though it's not on the list. Because Brian basically looked at that list and being a Halloween purist was not
a discerning
impressed.
character.
There's a couple there, like the Monster Mash. Yep, that's fine. That's great.
Yeah, whatever.
But, yeah. So we are going to screw things up for Dave and Lilibet. So good luck next time you record with them.
Well, that was today.
Oh, what were you talking about? Can you tell us?
We were talking about an episode of Charlie's Angels called 3 for the Money. Yeah, it's bad, and it's part of the reason we watch it. It's just it's a character piece where the angels just basically become, I don't know, how do I phrase this? So the bad guy who they're trying to trick, by the end of the episode, you think, you horrible people, you've put this man through the mill, you've basically ruined him, you've got him set up to be dead. And it ends with a lift door opening, and they're all got their big smile on their face. And this guy's about to get killed for basically fleecing rich people who should know better out their money. So it's an interesting watch.
You see, I quite like the sound of that. You watch really crap shit, so we have to. I really appreciate that.
You're taking one for the team.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But the next one will be good. Next one we're doing is the episode of was it Star Trek: The Next Generation, where Dr. Beverly has an affair with the ghost of her grandfather.
God,
or something?
Sub-Rosa.
No, her grandmother's lover.
Sub-Rosa,
Yes,
it's
that's
called.
the
Ghost and Beverly
Yes.
bangs him. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's our next episode.
That's
Gates McFadden. Early 90s MILF.
I nearly got the chance to meet her. nearly got the chance. They were doing
these backwards.
they were doing the tour of UK for Star Trek First Contact, and they were going round all the big showcase cinemas in the UK. And Gates McFadden was at the one just up the road from where we stay even now. So we moved back into the area. I didn't know, or I'd have been there.
Okay,
She used to be
really
a
loves
puppeteer
it.
for Jim Henson, I hear.
Bopey, this is a slight problem because it's not an awesome episode. Sub Rosa. It's oh god. How do I know I can trust anything she says when she says something like that?
See? Exactly. Exactly.
I
Especially
think I
when she
will
says
because she's your sister and I trust your sister.
No, it's okay.
No, I do.
It's
I do.
no,
it's like I trust
no.
Jess.
Oh, Jesus.
Celebrate.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
It's mcfadyan@gmail.com. MacFadyan@gmail.com. Send me an email with everything.
God. Yes, and by all means, tell her about the conniption.
That sounds painful.
That'll make sense at some stage, I'm sure.
It will. It will. The conniption. She was there for it.
Well, to be fair, Radox, she might have chosen that as an acting name. I don't know if she was actually born Gates.
She can be called anything she wants.
I love the one from Data's Day where she's teaching him to dance. And she
The
turns
dancing
around and
doctor?
Yeah, and she turns around and says, "Look, smile." And as they spin round, Data's just got this fixed grin on his face. Oh, I howled at that. Absolutely howled at it. You know, we're going to need to do some Star Trek at some stage.
Yeah.
We've got the new series of Discovery coming up, I think, next month.
It started already in it started already in the States.
I'll double check
that's
Netflix
CBS
over here, though.
access.
See if they've got it. I was hoping they were going to put the Lower Deck stuff on.
They're actually rebranding CBS All Access to Paramount Plus because, let's follow the leader.
Trouble is, we moan sometimes about paying a TV license, but it means we get stuff without adverts. And we get some of the best drama and the best stuff in the world. It's gone down a slippery slope since its major time in the 70s. But that's just because of modern ways of doing things, meetings, everything's decided by committee. Indeed, I would recommend watching a program called W1A, which is a piss take of the BBC. But only the BBC would run a piss take of the BBC. And just let it go. And the trouble is, an awful lot of people in the BBC saying, yep, that's exactly what it's like. So if you can find W1A, sweetheart, watch that, because it's funny. It really is funny. That's it. Come on. Let's call it quits.
No, let's go for 2.
No, because I'm starting to feel it.
All right, you're starting to feel it. We'll cut it.
With luck, and I do apologise for the lack of reaction last week, but as has been mentioned, I'm not very well at the moment. With luck, we will do the Christmas Invasion on Wednesday.
I'm not a fan of it anyway.
No, neither am I.
Kind of a nothing episode.
But
the Doctor sleeps.
Yeah, that's what it should have been called.
Yeah.
So hopefully 10:30 UK time, 5:30 Eastern. We're going to have to be very careful because both our clocks are going to start doing strange things, going back and forward.
Their clocks go back shortly, do they not?
I have no idea.
Okay,
I think so, next week.
If it happens, I just fall asleep. I just sleep longer.
When I used to do internet radio, I was working for an American station, and
Daily Motion.
I'm doing my show. I'm an hour in. It's a 2-hour show. Suddenly, the next guy turns up. Sorry, why are you here? Well, it's my time. What do you mean it's your time? Their clocks had gone, hadn't they? And nobody had bothered telling me or anything else like that. So I basically backed out to give him, to keep the schedule going and to give him his thing. The following week, I put together an appeal. Hello, I'm Dame Judi Dench, and I'm here to appeal for you for an hour that has been lost. I wish I could find all those little trailers and bumpers I did. Ubergill's Radio, the only station not afraid to play Shatner.
Is it Shatner?
I'd give a pre-warning that we were going to play Shatner. And a couple of songs later, I put Shatner on, and now viewing figures have gone up like that. Well, listening figures. The word got round in games. And it's they're playing Shatner. Right. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. How could I do that to them? Anyway, that's it. I think it's time to say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you, if not Wednesday, then next week. Now, let's keep our fingers crossed. Oh dear. Nope, that's died. So we're going to have to sing our own way out. Are you ready, boys? Do you know the song yet?
Oh, let me go and get the words.
I've been banned from singing by UN convention. I'm not allowed to sing for fear of a portal opening and great old ones coming out.
And Ben Grimm.
This is why I no longer play Rock Band.
I've got a letter from my fictional wife that excuses me from singing.
Right. Well, there are UN laws that forbid me from singing. It's the only thing UN's ever agreed on in its entire existence.
See? Please do not let Paco sing.
You should have seen us singing Bohemian Rhapsody. That was an experience.
I still have the guitar right here. We could.
So have I. In other words, neither of us are very good at putting things away.
Yeah, picking up after ourselves is wrong.
Yeah. All right, that's it for tonight, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and especially the guys who are here live. We'll see you next week. You take care. Night. Say goodbye, guys.
Good night,
Bye, guys.